Hey, thanks so much for tuning to the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. We're going to dive into Genesis chapter 38, a very peculiar chapter in the Bible. This is Judah and Tamar, and Judah is the half-brother of Joseph. We learned on Tuesday that Joseph got sold into slavery, and then now we get into this kind of weird chapter here as it talks about Judah and then his wives and then his sons. Sons were completely evil, and this is what happens. His son his first son, Judah gets a wife for him, and that's Tamar. And this son is so evil that God actually strikes him down and kills him, leaving Tamar childless and husbandless. And that's really a death sentence for any young woman like this in a situation. And so obviously the father knows this and then gives Tamar his other son. Well, his other son is completely evil and makes sure that she does not get pregnant. It actually gives pretty graphic detail in there. You can read it for yourself in chapter 38, and make sure that she doesn't get pregnant. And because of that, God strikes him down. And then it comes to the third son, and he was like, well, hey, my third son is really young. You're going to have to wait for him. And so he says, hey, why don't you go wait until he grows up, and then I will give you my other son. Well, then Tamar puts things and gets like, hey, you know what? I don't want to wait. I don't want to be patient, and I want to take matters into my own hands. As you see here, as we read before, when you take matters into your own hands, usually it does not end up well. And so Tamar, what she does is she actually takes off her widow clothes, puts on this veil, basically disguises herself as a prostitute. Then Judah comes. Again, this chapter is very peculiar. And then actually Judah sleeps with Tamar. She ended up getting pregnant. That they try to hide it, and then she reveals it, like saying like, hey, I have your possessions. I have these three things. And he's like, whoa, you are more righteous than I am, is what Judah says about Tamar. Again, it's a very interesting chapter in the Bible, but one thing that we can learn here is let's not be like Tamar. Let's for sure not be like Judah's sons, but let's not be like Tamar and take matters into our own hands. God's timing is perfect, and he knows everything about us and knows our today and knows our tomorrow and knows our next week. So let's wait upon the Lord and let's serve him well as we wait. The Bible says that with those who wait upon the Lord will rise above on eagle's wings. And so let's choose to do that. Let's allow God to allow God to raise us up above our circumstances, above our fears, above our doubts, above our insecurities, as we choose to wait on him instead of taking matters into our own hands. May we be challenged by this interesting chapter in the Bible, Genesis chapter 38. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.